Good afternoon, Salem-Keizer School Board Directors. My name is Ross Schwarzentrooper, and I'd like to submit this 10-minute video for your approval in my application for the School Board Director. So, as you can see, we're here at Brush College, and this is kind of where it all started for me and my family. I grew up in a neighboring district, Amity, which shares the border at the top of the Eola Hills, which is right behind me here in Brush College. What's really neat about Brush College is it probably has pieces of the oldest school in the district. The bell tower in this part of the school was built in 1860. And as I was growing up, just right across the hill here, a lot of my friends who I met in the neighborhood went to Brush College and told me what a great experience it was. And I always thought, wow, if I could have a family, I think I would move into Salem to, bring my kids to this school because it's a nice rural school. So I'm trying to answer 4 questions, and the first one was what we need to do immediately in the next month. And with that, I would say that the board needs to address ratification of the ASK-ESP and SKEA collective bargaining agreements. We also need to evaluate the superintendent's performance on Executive Implementation 9, which is asset protection. And also we need to start getting all the information we can for the budget process that's coming up in the next few months. And in order for us to all do that and everyone gets represented, we really need to fill that vacancy here in Zone 1. And so that's what I'm asking you to do, and we'll go on to the next stop to see what else West Salem has to offer. Thanks. So we made it to the top of the hill, and I'm at West Salem High School now. I've been subbing here about once a week the last year, and they have some really good programs here that I found, especially some of the CTE programs, and of course the music program, which is an award winner. Now, we're supposed to answer the question, what does the board governance mean to me? Well, board governance means following established policies set by the board that commits to all of the students succeeding. Now, characteristics such as race, national origin, religion, disability, geographic location, economic circumstances, mobility, native language, sexual orientation, gender identity, or level of proficiency upon entering our schools shall not be predetermined for student success. And that includes rural students like my children. Now, I would like to contribute to the board's collective responsibility for the well-being of Salem-Keizer schools by ensuring inclusive and accessible meetings for all. Board accountability relies on following the law and the board's policies to maintain fiduciary responsibility. I will help the board cultivate a long-range vision for education through strategic planning and the annual goal setting with the superintendent. And of course, set policy making using the equity lens for guidance. Monitoring the superintendent's performance and conducting self-assessments will help the ability to govern effectively. So, welcome to Straub Middle School. This is where my 3 kids went to school, and I got involved for the first time officially volunteering for a nonprofit in Salem-Keizer with the Straub Middle School Music Boosters. And in that capacity, for 5 years, we raised $75,000 for music programming here at Straub, and got to know the community quite well with these fundraising events, especially the soiree, which featured all the musical groups and a nice little dessert. That's a really good fundraiser if you want to check it out. It's usually the February of every year. So what do I know about the pending challenges with the budget and what's going to be required of the board to ensure that it's managed responsibly? Well, I follow the budget process every year with the school district, and this year I attended the superintendent's listening session on the budget with my family. at South Salem High School. And there we learned that in December 2023, the district announced $30 million in reductions to close the budget gap, and that at least another $32 million in cuts are necessary to close the remaining shortfall. Now, the board needs to seek community input on reducing district expenses, including reductions in force. I have also followed information sessions provided by the board online. So the board can manage these decisions responsibly by allowing public input throughout the process and making transparent decisions guided by the equity lens. By following established procedures, board accountability will be preserved. With looming budget cuts and the threat of a labor strike, our district faces challenges that our community has never experienced before. Resolving these issues will be difficult, and I feel that my experience with education policy, nonprofit administration, and community organizing offered the school board the best opportunity for Zone 1 to serve students. Through my involvement in the Oregon Public Education Network, I've participated in the 2019 Student Success Act process, preserving options for local outcome measurements as provided in the federal 2015 Every Student Succeeds Act. Now, this led to regular meetings with state and federal legislators, developing legislative concepts addressing assessments and data privacy. We helped pass Senate Bills 744, 619, and House Bills 4124 and 2052. We also introduced SB 196 in 2023, the Oregon Age Appropriate Design Code, which died in committee. So we've also offering input for ESSA reauthorization and data privacy on the federal level. Locally, I've familiarized myself with board policy governance and taught district students since 2022. As founding director of the Music Lessons Project, I gained expertise in creating opportunities that centered equity for marginalized student groups in Title I schools. Bethel College Board elected me as a director for my nonprofit experience and my rural residency. Bethel College received its charter to grant degrees in 1855 and exists today as a heritage nonprofit. Salem Creative Network produced multicultural event programming for artists that attracted thousands of visitors to Salem. Through the Megawatt project, Salem Creative Network facilitated bulk solar purchases for Calapooya Elementary and Straub Middle Schools. These efforts required skillful project administration involving students, staff, district leadership, and the community. I would be honored to add my 35 years of networking and community organizing experience to the board. Thank you for your time.